Welcome back, Coach Miller Light Show. Shall we? Indeed we shall. The teachings of Abraham, money and the law of attraction. As you know, I've been studying it, and let's hear what Abraham had to say. So this chapter was called Decision to Feel Good, Attract Good Feelings. Decision to feel good attracts good feelings. They said, a woman said to us when she found out that she was going to be attending some holiday parties, she said, as soon as I heard that I was going, I started thinking, oh, Mary's going to be there and she's going to look so gorgeous. She realized that just the idea of the party was causing her to compare herself to other people. And she said to us, I want to stop doing that. I want to feel good about me and just enjoy the parties no matter who is there. We said to her, while your feeling of being self-conscious is amplified as you think about going to these parties, it's not Mary who is the reason for your discomfort. It often feels very complicated to sort out your relationships with other people because sometimes you even try to trace those feelings back to your childhood. But there really is no point in doing that. You have the ability from right where you stand right now to find positive or negative aspects to think of wanted or unwanted. Your work is always the same. You must look for things that feel good when you focus upon them. Okay, what a great story here, and very timely as we're coming into the holiday season. I see this goes for me. I relate to this very much so. I'm going into an environment where there's going to be a lot of other people around, and there's a tendency to compare, and it does not feel good. It doesn't feel good. Just thinking about it doesn't feel good. So Abraham makes a very good point that it's not the environment that I'm in that's causing that. It's the direction of my thought. It's my decision about what I'm going to think. This is why to have some rules laid down, especially before I go into an environment like a holiday party or somewhere where there's going to be a lot of people around and I'm going to want to be feeling good about myself and looking good, and I choose to be confident in myself and not in that comparison game. It just does not ever turn out good for me. So how to do it? Well, I have the decision right now, no matter where I stand, no matter what's going on, to focus on the negative or positive aspects. We covered on the last show that every particle of the universe has within it both the negative and the positive. So both of them are always there for me to choose between. And the idea is to cultivate this skill, this technique, to train myself, to make it a habit to go to the positive aspects in any situation. Now, Abraham comes into a really good point here next. They say, it's usually easier to find the positive aspects of a situation before you're standing right in the middle of it. Very interesting idea, right? So if I already know, I usually in my life know if I'm going to a holiday party or I'm going to be going somewhere, maybe it's a work environment where there's going to be a lot of people around and everybody's looking good and I choose to be that person. Isn't it refreshing when there's someone who's not in competition, someone who's not in comparison, and that person is confident enough to let other people know how great they look? Feels good within themselves. I choose to be that person always. I'm not that person always. I'm more and more of the time. But here's my answer on how to do it. Is not when I'm right. It's easier before I go in. So if I know I'm going to a holiday party, or I know I'm going to be in an environment where there's many people around, and I know that in the past I've had this tendency to compare myself and end up not feeling very good, then I can start the process before going into the environment. Because when I'm just by myself at home in my room or outside in my meditation chair, it's a lot easier to send my energy to make my decision about that party, about that environment now, and send it into it, understanding that we're always sending, that whatever I'm thinking in the current, my mind, my thoughts in the current are sending myself a package, like an Amazon package, and it's going to be there in the future on my doorstep. I come back from my run, there's a package. I didn't just order that package. I ordered that package prior. It took time for the whole process, for the order to be placed. Amazon boxed it up, and then there it is at my door. The driver went out, and there it is. The process takes time. And I'm understanding the universal process is very much like that. It takes time. I place my order, and my order is every single moment of my life I'm ordering. Whether I'm consciously ordering or I'm just ordering by default, I'm offering a vibration. And the vibration that I'm offering is the conglomeration of the thoughts I think, the words I say, my attitude, my beingness. So I'm thinking, I'm visualizing, I'm imagining, I'm speaking, I'm being something. When I'm being confident, I'm shipping myself confidence in the future. So of course, it's most important how I feel while I'm thinking and speaking. This point was on a show a few times ago, that saying the positive words isn't enough, though it's a good start. But it's not enough. I gotta feel positive while I say the positive words. Sometimes saying the positive words will help me get to a positive feeling place. So we're going for the feeling. We're going for that good feeling. Okay, so they said it's easier to find the positive aspects before you're standing right in the middle of it. If you imagine the situation as you want it to be, what a great idea, right? I mean, come on. This is just a good idea. Imagine the situation that I already know I'm gonna be in, it coming up in the future, as you want it to be. And take the time to practice your positive response to the upcoming situation. Then when you're at the party, you'll witness the control you set into motion days before. This is just awesome. This is the control we have. How amazing. We can just, I think it's pretty cool when I can just lay in my bed and go on Amazon and the app and place an order. Well, that's what we're doing when we're thinking. We're placing a universal order. And if I know I'm gonna be at a party or in an environment where there's a lot of people around and I know how I want it to go, even if there's not people around, I'm in an environment, I know how I choose for it to go. As I'm laying in my bed tonight, or while I'm walking, or while I'm running, or showering, or whatever I'm doing all day, every day, I can be imagining in my mind that situation and imagining it the way I choose for it to go. And then once I'm in the situation and I see it going more like the way I imagined it, well, here we go. Here's some confidence and some belief for myself, seeing how the laws of the universe work, which is really wonderful when I start to see it for myself. It's not just words I'm hearing. It's not just the teachings of Abraham. This is my life experience. I see that I thought about that environment. I thought about that situation. I sent myself that, and then I lived it. That's pretty exciting time. Okay, they say you cannot feel good and bad at the same time. You cannot focus on wanted and unwanted at the same time. So if you trained your thoughts to what you consider to be good or wanted before you arrive at the party, the law of attraction will bring you things that are good and wanted. It really is that simple. So it is simple. It's still gonna take practice and take my remembering that this is what's going on. When I go on Amazon, I don't just press buttons and place orders, because I understand if I place that order, that's gonna be charged to my account, I'm gonna be paying for it, it's gonna be delivered. And if I don't want it, well, now I'm gonna have to go through the whole return process. And I'm not choosing to do that. I'm conscious about what I order on there. Well, am I doing that same thing in my life? Well, sometimes, more of the time. And when I'm doing the show and I'm reminding myself, that's the whole idea of the Coach and Miller Light Show, is to shine the light on my life. All right, so people, what do you say we go out with the thymus thump today? Will you do it with me? Deep breath. Smile. Nod the head, yes, baby. Send yes, and we will receive yes. Get a little enthusiasm going. All right, till next time.